referring to you now, one more important circular with regard to time of supply issued by the CBIC. Clarification on the time of supply regarding the supply of services of construction of road and maintenance thereof under the National Highway Projects of National Highway Authority of India in the hybrid annuity model. How to understand the time of supply? The entire explanation which now I am bringing to notice only by way of simplified numeric example. As you are aware of that, for example, in the given case, a particular service, when you call continuous supply of service, the service taken the time to complete for a period more than 3 months as defined in section 2 subsection 33 of the CGST. If so, in the given case, the time taken to complete the road construction supplied by X Limited, namely supplier of services, who also be called as concessionaire, for a period of 1 year they taken the time to complete. After completion of the road, after the 1 year complete, after taking the 1 year time, they are also going to take care O&M, operations management, for a period of 3 years. So total consideration is agreed to pay by NHAI, National Highway Authority of India, being recipient, to X Limited 2 crores. They said, X Limited, when you complete that particular project, road construction, I will pay to you 50 lakhs of rupees. Balance 1 crore 50 lakhs, I will pay in 3 equal installments in 3 years. Because the 3 years you have to maintain the road operations and management purposes, I will release every year 50 lakhs, 50 lakhs, 50 lakhs. Because of time value of money, instead of 50 lakhs, I will issue every year 60 lakhs, 60 lakhs and 60 lakhs. Namely, 10 lakhs interest also I will pay to you, set by NHAI to X Limited. Supplier X Limited, who is a concessionaire in the given case, agreed for that. Okay, sir. Then the supply is completed when? On 1st August 2024, supply is completed. Duration is 1 year. So it is continuous supply of services. When the supply is completed and the payment when made, the payment has to be made in the given case at the time of completion of service. So when the supply is completed, payment also be made. Therefore, time of supply for 50 lakhs will be the date of completion, namely 1st of August 2024. Is it clear? By the time you have to issue the invoice. Very good. The balance payment in 3 equal installments clearly mentioned in the contract. Date of installment due 1st January 2025, second installment due 1st January 2026, third installment due 1st January 2027. Very clearly mentioned in the contract. In case of supply of continuous supply of services, if the due date of payment clearly mentioned in the contract, the invoice should be issued on or before the due date or the date of payment, whichever is earlier. So that is the date of issue of invoice, that is the time of supply generally. Is clear? In the given case now, here the 3 installments, the balance 1 crore 50 lakhs collecting on 3 different dates with the interest of 10 lakhs every year. So 50 lakhs plus 10 lakhs, 60 lakhs collecting. For the entire 60 lakhs, what is the time of supply for the over period of 3 years? 60 lakhs, 60 lakhs, 60 lakhs collecting, which includes interest. Means when this particular amount is paid with the interest, they given here. The amount paid on 1st of December, 1st of February, sorry to say, 1st of February, they are paying the amount. 1st of February 2025, they are paying the amount. Whereas due date to pay when? 1st of January 2025. So due date of payment or date of payment received, whichever is earlier. Which is earlier? Installment due is earlier, 1st of January. That is the time of supply for the first 60 lakhs of payment received. Second installment, when the payment is received, namely on 31st of December 2025, whereas the due date to pay is 1st of January 2026, which is earlier here, 31st December 2025. Therefore, the invoice should have been issued on or before 31st of December 2025. That is the time of supply. In the case of second installment received 60 lakhs, that is time of supply. I clearly mentioned time of supply here is 31st December 2025 because it is earlier. When you come to the third year, when they receive the 60 lakhs in third year, where the due date to pay is mentioned in the contract 1st of January 2027, where the payment is with the interest paid on 1st of February 2027, which is earlier. 1st of January 2027 is earlier, is the time of supply. In the third case, 1st of January 2027 is like that. You have to proceed to find out the time of supply in the case where hum project, namely hybrid model, namely hybrid annuity model is considered, where concessionaire receiving the payment over a period of a few years, where they are maintaining O&M, operations management service providing, after completion of the project. If so, time of supply should be considered as per the continuous supply of service. In this manner, you have to identify the time of supply set by the circular of CBIC. Therefore, I mentioned here simplified manner by saying the time of supply in such cases, if the invoice issued on time, date of issue of invoice of the issuance of the invoice, or the date of issue of the payment, which is earlier. If the invoice not issued at the time as per the time, therefore the date of provision of service, due date of payment, which is mentioned in the contract, or the date of receipt of payment, whichever is earlier, is the time of supply. As simple as this. In the given circular of CBIC, clarification on the time of supply of services of spectrum usage and other similar services under the GST. What is the time of supply? Generally, my dear friends, as you are aware of that, spectrum services, namely the space available in the satellite to use by telecom operators, allotted by the government, Union Telecom Ministry, which is central government. Supply is the central government, recipient government companies, business entity. It is attract GST and RCM. If it is RCM, supply of services, time of supply is what? As per section 13, subsection 3 of the CGST, the date of payment, or the first day that occurs after expiry of 60 days from the date of invoice, whichever is earlier, as you are aware of that. Now, in the given case, spectrum cases, what happened? It is almost all allotment of license fee is to corporate entity by government, let us say 1200 crores. It is for 5 years period. 5 years period means what? More than 3 months continuous supply of service. In the given case where the supplier of this particular services, recipient liable to pay GST. In the given case, supplier receiving payment from the recipient, namely corporate companies. Let us say, for example, the government is a supplier, recipient is, let us say, Airtel company. If so, 1200 crores allotment of license for 5 years spectrum usage. The Airtel said, I will pay upfront 200 crores. Balance 1000 crores I will pay over a period of 5 years. Accepted by the government. So upfront paid how much? 2 crores. The payment date is a time of supply for the recipient, namely Airtel company, to pay GST and RCM. Very good. The balance 1000 crores going to pay over a period of 5 years. In that case, the time of supply here, they said, it is not the first day that occurs after expiry of 60 days from the date of invoice. They said here, time of supply is GST is payable on deferred payment, and as and when they are due or made, namely paid, whichever is earlier. Upfront payment, time of supply goes to upfront, the date of payment. The balance 1000 crores going to pay over a period of 5 years. The due to pay each installment over for 5 years. Each installment due, the date or the payment date, whichever is earlier, is the time of supply, but not the first day that occurs after expiry of 60 days from the date of issue of invoice. In the given case of spectrum allotment by the telecom companies to corporate companies, which is falls under RCM, recipient liable to pay GST cases.